The U.S. unemployment rate has likely risen to 5.5% already, a level not seen since 2015. A record 3.3 million Americans applied for unemployment benefits last week, the Labor Department said Thursday, as restaurants, hotels, barber shops, gyms and more shut down in a nationwide effort to slow the spread of the deadly coronavirus. Last week saw the biggest jump in new jobless claims in history, surpassing the record of 695,000 set in 1982. Many economists say this is the beginning of a massive spike in unemployment that could result in over 40 million Americans losing their jobs by April. Laid-off workers say they waited hours on the phone to apply for help. Websites in several states, including New York and Oregon, crashed because so many people were trying to apply at once. The most terrifying part about this is likely just the beginning of the layoffs, said Martha Gimbel, a labor economist at Schmidt Futures. The nation's unemployment rate was 3.5% in February, a half-century low, but that has likely risen already to 5.5%, according to calculations by Gimbel. The nation hasn't seen that level of unemployment since 2015. The Senate passed the largest aid package ever Wednesday in an effort to help struggling American workers, businesses and hospitals during this unprecedented economic contraction. The bill includes $1,200 checks for most Americans and additional money for laid-off workers. "We may well be in a recession," said Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell in his first appearance on morning television on NBC's Today show. "The first order of business is to get the virus under control and then resume economic activity. Both the scale of the layoffs and the speed at which they are happening are unprecedented." During the Great Recession, for example, the worst week for jobless claims was 665,000. Last week the nation saw 5 times that amount. A lot of workers are not allowed to apply for unemployment benefits, meaning the true number of layoffs so far due to the coronavirus is likely far higher than 3.3 million. Self-employed workers, gig workers, undocumented workers, students, and people who worked fewer than 6 months last year are typically not eligible to apply for unemployment insurance in most states. The average unemployment benefit check is currently $385 a week, which is less than half the typical weekly paycheck in the United States. The amount is slated to rise an additional $600 a week once Trump signs the relief bill into law, a substantial increase meant to tide workers over as they are forced to stay home. "My biggest concern right now is speed. These people who filed for unemployment may not get their checks in time to pay rent on April 1, said Gimbel, the labor economist.